みなさんこんにちは. As we all know, it's been a couple weeks into 2022, and it's that time of the year where people start planning out their year and setting new goals for themselves. And one of those goals might be considering learning a new language, and in particular, the Japanese language. I personally found myself making this goal early last year and ended up studying Japanese throughout last year and continuing on into this year. Here we go. Today's video is gonna be a few tips to help you out in learning the Japanese language. So this video is particularly catered towards those people who are starting out, or if you've been thinking about learning the Japanese language, these are some tips that I think might be helpful for you. And this is just based on personal experiences. I am not a professional tutor whatsoever. These are just the things that worked for me when I was starting out, and I am still using these things up until now. それでは始めましょう。僕は日本語上手になりたいです. So whenever we start something new, we want to get good at it, and most of the time, we want to get good at it really fast. Well, it's good to remember that learning a new language is not an easy task, and Japanese is not an easy language to learn. So set your expectations and put the time and effort in, and don't expect to be better at it or to be good at it overnight. It's okay to go easy on yourself, be patient, and just keep putting in the work, and eventually you'll get there. We'll get there. Number 2, learn hiragana and katakana. すみません. あなたは kukusei desu ka? As you've seen with that example that I just did earlier, that is wrong. This is wrong pronunciation. And the reason that could cause that, mispronunciations like that, is relying too much on romaji, which is like Japanese language written in the English alphabet, or romanized version of the Japanese language. Now this is bad for your pronunciation for a couple of reasons, and one of those reasons is that the Japanese language is not written in the Latin alphabet. Therefore, not all pronunciations and sounds are accurately represented in that alphabet. Reading romaji can cause you to develop bad pronunciations and can just make learning Japanese even harder in the long run. So as early as now, I would strongly advise you to start learning hiragana and katakana. So if you haven't even started learning the language yet, before you even attend your first class or watch your first video lesson, take the time to just familiarize yourself with the writing systems. Obviously, it's a must-know if you want to read Japanese texts. Like if you want to read manga or read light novels, you really need to learn how to read hiragana and katakana. This will help you understand the language more, how it works, and will greatly improve your pronunciation. すみません. 高校生ですか? And the third one is find a teacher or people that you can learn with. みんなは頑張ってる. だから僕も. Having a teacher or having people that you can learn with makes it easier for you to stay consistent with your learning and your studying. These are people that you can be accountable with and will help you out and motivate you, and these people are there to help you out and support you. When you're having a particularly tough time or when you're feeling stuck, these are people who you can lean on, and these are people who would gladly support you and help you out to get out of that rut. I am happy enough and I'm blessed enough to have a group of friends who I'm in a Discord server with, and we're all learning Japanese together. Even though they're attending a different class than me, we can all share knowledge and support each other in that Discord server. It's called Nihongo no Kurasumeto. I will leave the link in the description below if you guys are interested in joining. It's a wonderful group filled with amazing people. They're all very friendly, very nice and supportive, and it's not that big yet, so I think that it's a great environment to really focus on learning together and making friends. Number 4, have a language partner. 日本語はちょっと難しいんだけど、一緒に頑張りましょう. When I say having a language partner, try to get somebody who is a native speaker to help you out. There are things that you can learn from a native speaker that you might not learn anywhere else, not from your textbook or from your language partner friends who are part of your community. Having a native language speaker not only helps you learn the language better, but it also exposes you to the culture, which I think is a big part of learning any language, because culture and language go hand in hand. Practicing with a native speaker helps you sound more natural and less robotic and sound less like a textbook. I have a language partner who I met on Hello Talk, and I will leave a link to the app. It's on App Store and on Android as well. I will leave that in the description. I highly recommend Hello Talk app for looking for native speaker language partners. I have been language partners with this person who I met on Hello Talk for about a year now, and we've become great friends. And she's helping me learn Japanese, and at the same time I'm helping her learn English. And it's always fun and exciting to learn about new cultures and to build relationships with people who are from overseas. Study every day. 毎日勉強した方がいいよ. You know the saying that goes, repetition makes mastery? Well, that's very much true when you're trying to learn a new language and when you're trying to learn Japanese. I mean, people have different study habits. I personally found that I can't study for more than an hour straight because my attention span doesn't allow me to do that. What I do when I'm studying is I break apart my study sessions throughout the day into smaller chunks, maybe around 30 minutes per study session, and then I spread that out throughout the day. So studying in small amounts throughout the day helps a lot. It doesn't have to be a long session. Just make sure that you study something new every day, and it'll help you out in the long run. I attend classes. I have a private tutor, but what I try to do is when I'm caught up with the week's lesson is that I try to do some self-study from YouTube videos or from other resources as well. I recommend Japanese Ammo here on YouTube, that YouTube channel. I love the stuff that's on there. I think they're very helpful, and I'll leave the link in the description below. Next tip is consume a lot of Japanese media.
僕は悪いスライムじゃないよ。
Anime, games, music, manga, movies, whatever you enjoy is great help when you're trying to learn Japanese. It helps expose you to how conversations go, and at the same time, I like to do this as I'm resting. So even while I'm resting, I think of it almost like active rest, where even when you're resting, you're still unconsciously picking up new words, you're picking up new grammar patterns, and seeing new kanji as well. It helps out a lot. And last but not least, always remember to have fun. Learning a new language can be fun and fulfilling, and it gives you a very nice sense of achievement. So make sure that you enjoy every step of the process and don't rush into things. Don't push yourself too hard, and make sure that you're having fun as you're learning. Learning Japanese can be a fun way to meet new people who are also learning the language and to do fun activities together. Who says learning can't be fun? One of the activities that we do on Nihongo no Kurasumeto Discord server is that we would watch an episode of an anime that we think is fit enough for our level, and then we would have a quiz afterwards, and that's one of my favorite exercises to do. That Discord channel, by the way, is run by my good friend Happy Crystal, who I did a collab with some time ago. If you want, you can check out that video too. And again, I'm inviting you guys to join in on the fun as well. We would love to have you guys over. Have fun and enjoy every step. Enjoy the road. It's a fun journey and it's very fulfilling. So yeah, always remember to have fun as you're learning. So I hope you guys found these tips helpful. If you do, let me know in the comments, or if you have any tips that you think might be helpful to somebody who's starting out Japanese or wants to start Japanese, please do share them in the comments below. I would love to know what you think as well. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit the thumbs up button down below. It helps out the channel a lot. 見てくれてありがとうございます。またね。